Good morning. I am now going to begin reading the story that was published on CNN relating to the title of this video, which is that Arsenio Hall is suing what is being dubbed an attention seeker, Sinead O'Connor. Now, this lawsuit is a direct result of her statement or claim on Facebook where she accused Hall, and this is where I start reading the article, of supplying Prince with drugs over the decades and of spiking her with drugs. So not only is she claiming he basically assisted in Prince's death, but he also spiked her. That's her other accusation. The suit filed in Los Angeles on Thursday is seeking damages of not less than $5 million. Desperate attention seeker Sinead O'Connor has maliciously published outlandish, defamatory lies about comedian Arsenio Hall, falsely accusing of supplying illegal hard drugs over the decades to the recently deceased musical artist Prince, and of spiking her with drugs once years ago, the lawsuit says. On Monday, O'Connor, who is no stranger to controversy, there's a link, I'll post this all, accused Hall of supplying Prince with drugs. Two words for the DA investigating where Prince got his drugs over the decades: Arsenio Hall. Anyone imagining Prince was not a long-time hard drug user is living in the cloud cuckoo land, I guess. This is what she wrote in the post that has since been deleted. Arsenio, I've reported you to the Carver County Sheriff Office. Expect their call. They are aware you spiked me years ago at Eddie Murphy's house. You best get tidying your man cave. Hall has denied the heinous accusations in the lawsuit, calling O'Connor's statement despicable, fabricated lies. The lawsuit says Hall has only had minimal contact with the singer and last had contact with her approximately 25 years ago. Hall will not stand idly by while O'Connor attempts to get attention for herself by recklessly spreading malicious, vile lies that he engaged in egregious criminal conduct, which falsely links Hall to Prince's death, the lawsuit adds. O'Connor, who had a huge hit with her cover of Prince's Nothing Compares to You, has not publicly commented on the suit. Multiple attempts to contact O'Connor's representatives for comment went unanswered. So, let's go into this. Now, what he did after he spiked her drink, I haven't seen any specification on, and I don't think there is one publicly available. So, the inference I would make is that there's going to be some type of rape accusation. After all, why else would you spike someone's drink? And I'm generally more inclined to believe the woman than anything else. Admittedly, that's my bias. But Hall, or Arsenio Hall, it's just so out of character for me to call him by his last name. I have no memory of him having any type of record that would actually make these allegations believable. And a relationship with Prince, I actually never knew he had before this. They never really seemed to be publicly interested in sharing that type of correspondence, as she claims, with this distributing of drugs. The worst part of this whole story is that Prince died not even a month ago, and I know it will all clear up in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 months, but the fact that we spend the first days after a major celebrity dies, and in a way that maybe isn't just they fall asleep and they don't wake up, wondering and speculating as to how they died, and then making all of these different claims. You know, this has been going on for decades and decades, and that doesn't make it right, no, but it's become the territory at this point, and that's not exactly anything to be happy about. Now, the worst part of the story, in my view, is the fact that, let's say O'Connor tells the truth, and Hall did this. Now, I just want to make sure I had the last name correct. Now we're going to look at him negatively after all of these years of him having a decent approval rating by just the public. And I really hope for her sake and for his that this is false. And I'm not talking about false and they go to court and they prove it, they say it's false. I'm talking about proven false. And I guess you could say it's in a court of law, but there have been cases where we get one verdict and I'm kind of doubtful. What's even worse is that you actually have stories of this nature that they just, she won't elaborate on this. It just seems to have come out of nowhere. And I have this strange feeling that if Prince hadn't died, we would have never heard about this. And that's really a shame that we can just live with, if these things really did happen and he was really doing this, I don't see why you would wait until the person who was affected by this passes away. It makes no sense to me. And yeah, I get the whole thing of privacy, but if you wanted to keep his privacy, you wouldn't even reveal it now. Prince is going to be a historical figure in music, whether you like it or not. So I think this is an area that will not defame him in any type of way, but that will certainly have repercussions for both her and Arsenio Hall. So thank you for watching and have a good day.